Good morning, I am Franny of Shine with Franny. So glad to be with you here today. And today I want to talk a little bit about the word judgment. You know, sometimes judgment can be a good thing, and sometimes we judge a situation and we choose to engage or choose to interact or choose to step forward or choose not to, right? And so when we think about sometimes, you know, if you're in New York City, you're walking by yourself, you wouldn't necessarily walk down a dark alleyway, especially if you saw a crowd of people perhaps congregating outside of a bar or something like that. You might not choose to walk down that alleyway solo. Or perhaps you're gonna, not go into the water at the beach if you see that there are flags denoting that there are sharks, right? So sometimes judgments can be really helpful and they can keep us out of harm's way. But sometimes judgments can completely trap us and completely imprison us from really seeking opportunities to experience the fullness of what the universe is hoping to provide for us, to push us out of our comfort zones, to experience things that we've never experienced, whether it be a new person or trying a new food or going a new place. So I love the one expression from one of my favorite books that I ever taught when I was an English teacher was Sharon Creech's book, Walk Two Moons. And it's just an amazing book. So if you have a middle school student, I would definitely encourage you to not only read that with your student, but then also to, of course, to talk about it and have a book study with it. But one of my favorite expressions is is never judge a person until you've walked a mile in their moccasins. And this has kind of been a theme for me over the last couple of days. Today I posted something on my timeline. A friend of mine had forwarded me, about passing judgment on somebody that, maybe the girl who just called you fat herself is taking diet pills, or maybe the girl who you may have just called a slut, was raped by someone and has this baby, And so I think about oftentimes how we place judgments on people and on circumstances and on situations, and they don't allow us to be our highest, fullest selves because of our own preconceived notions of what that situation should look like, or perhaps what that person, we might pass judgment on them because, maybe they are using their SNAP, card to purchase some, items at the grocery store that we don't think are healthy options, for them or for their family. That's not our place to judge it, right? And so I think, about that expression of you never judge someone until you walked around their moccasins, right? None of us have ever lived the exact same experience, even if we grew up in the same household, right? Or even had the exact same trip experience. It's not going to be the same because of what we bring to the table and what we have as our own baggage that we present in that situation or in that circumstance, even if it's the exact same scenario. And so my challenge to you today is to think about perhaps a time where you've judged somebody, unfairly, or perhaps you have been judged unfairly, and to really think about that. How can you step forward, today, right this very moment, and to take away the judgment, take away the pain that you might be feeling, or perhaps the trigger that happens inside of you, and kind of put that aside and see the situation or see the circumstance or see the person as it is in that very moment, and just being present with that, right? The reason why I say this has kind of been a theme this week, not only did my friend, forward this message on to me via Facebook this morning, but, earlier this week I was at the gym and I was, with a group of ladies and we were just kind of chit-chatting about things, and one of the ladies said, wow, I can't believe so-and-so, the one girl on this treadmill, that she's wearing that. Like, wow. And I thought, you know what? Like, maybe that person just lost 50 pounds, and maybe that is where that person is feeling really good about themselves, right? And they are stepping out and saying, I am owning this body, I am claiming this is my God-given gift, right? And that it is my temple and I'm honoring it. So it's not our place to judge it. Perhaps that's not something that, my friend would have worn, or perhaps even I would have worn, a sports bra with some short shorts. But that's not our place to judge it. So for whatever reason that person was wearing that was who she was at that very moment. That is who she is, and so I honor that in that person, It is not my place to pass judgment on that person. I'm sure that there are things that I say and or do where oftentimes people are judging me and wondering like, wow, did she really make that conscious effort to do that to her hair? Did she really intend, to wear that outfit? Not very good for her body type, whatever it is. If I feel good about it, if I step into that and I own it and I have the confidence and assurance that I am claiming my power there in that, That's all that really matters. So my challenge to you today is to think about a time where either A, you have judged somebody unfavorably and unfairly, or B, a time where perhaps that has happened to you. Of course, I always welcome you to share this information with us. Put it on Facebook, check this video out on YouTube, tweet about something, tell us about a time where it's unfair. Maybe you tweet the, expression of you never judge a person until you've walked a mile in their moccasins. Perhaps that's the takeaway for you today. Share a picture on Instagram, maybe make a little quote card about that. In fact, I think that's what I'm inspired to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. So that is my challenge for you today as you set off with intention to make no judgments on anyone else, on anyone's circumstances, or your own self, right? Step into it, own it today, be who you are, love who you are, and love the world just the same. All right, guys, check us out, shinewithbrandy.com. Sign up for, of course, getting some information and little nuggets of knowledge and wisdom and positivity in your email inbox every day. And then, of course, all forms of social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Check us out, Shine with Brandy. So good to be with you here, guys. Create a great day.